this video, we'll analyze the percent equation. The percent equation is a way of referring to sort of three separate problems that often show up when you're dealing with percent. So, the key to being able to do this problem well is to recognize that the word percent literally means per, divide, and cent, 100. So percent means to divide by 100. I can't tell if the yellow showed up. Let's go. Divide 100. Okay, so what does x is y percent of z really mean? Well, that would mean that x is y percent divide by 100 of z. So the percent equation is to say that x equals y over 100 times z. Okay, so let's see this in three different examples now. We'll do one of each type. Pause the video when you read the problem to see if you can do it on your own, and if you can, you've mastered that one type, and then we have to look at the other ones. So first example, what is 15% of 32? Okay, what x is 15%, 15 over 100, multiplied by 32? Notice that this is now just an algebraic equation. In fact, it's almost just an arithmetic expression because we just need to calculate what's on the right-hand side. 15 over 100 times 32. 15 times 32 over 100. So if you grab a calculator and figure out what 15 times 32 over 100 is, well, let's think. Let's see, 15 times 32 would be 480 over 100, and that of course is equal to 4.8. 4.8. So the answer to this problem is 4.8. 15% is a good tip, by the way. I like to think of this as a tip. So if you had a $32 bill, you can find 10% of 32 as 3.2, and then you can take 5% of 32 as half of that, which is 1.6, to give you 15% of 32 is 4.8. That's how I do it in a restaurant when I don't have a calculator with me. Okay, anywho. Next problem. What percent of 6.4 is 40? What percent of 6.4 is 40? So, same idea. We just took it and put the different variable, the variable for the what, for the unknown, and put all the different numbers where they were appropriate, and we can now use this to solve for the answer to the problem. So, multiply 100 against both sides to give us x multiplied by 6.4 equals 40 times 100, which is 4,000. Then divide by 6.4, and what does that yield? Let's see. 4,000 divided by 6.4 would be I have to bring up a calculator. I can't do that one in my head. Calculator. 4,000 divided by 6.4. 625. Okay, yeah. I can't get that in my head. 625. No sweat. I mean, sometimes the numbers are a little bit awkward to work with, and there it is, 625. Let's see if my third example works out better. Okay. 17 is 25% of what number? 17 is 25% of what number? So here we have 17 is 25% of what number? X. Okay, I can see this is already going to work out kind of nicely for me. A little bit nicer because I got 17. 25 over 100 is actually 1/4. I can reduce that one nice and easily. And so I get 17 is equal to 1/4 of X. Now, to isolate the X, we have 1/4 being multiplied by X. So I'm going to just multiply both sides by 4. Because that's going to allow me to cancel out the 4 and the 1/4 to leave me with X. And 4 times 17 would be, let's see, 34, 68. That's 68. So the answer to this problem is 68.